Welcome to CBS News. I'm Scott McFarland, coming to you from our Washington, D.C. bureau. Hurricane Ian has made landfall as a Category 4 storm in the southwest part of the Florida peninsula. The storm hit the mainland 100 miles south of Tampa, packing winds of 150 miles per hour, according to the National Weather Service. The hurricane is causing major flooding throughout the region, and about 2.5 million people have now been ordered to evacuate in Florida. Officials are warning of dangerous storm surges, among other emerging dangers. For more on this, CBS News correspondent Kris Van Cleave joining us again now from Tampa. Kris, what's the state of affairs there now?
Well, Scott, we're really starting to feel some significant wind gusts, the type of wind that starts to make it hard to walk if you're walking forward. So we are feeling more and more of Ian's fury as it gets closer to Tampa. In fact, I've been watching. There's a sign on the top of a high-rise back behind our cameraman. Parts of that sign are being ripped off by the wind thrown across Tampa Bay into the field across over there. So we've been seeing chunks of debris flying across the channel. In fact, this channel here in the middle, there's a depth marker of 12 feet, which is about normally where the water would be in the center of that channel. Now it's about 8 feet of that water is gone. It's been sucked out into the Gulf by Ian. At some point, that water is coming back, and we expect on top of that potentially 4 to 6 more feet of storm surge. And the rain has been unrelenting. It feels like it is pelting your face, like almost like somebody is throwing sand at me, not water.
Give people a sense of the storm surge, the magnitude of it, and the threat posed by it. People hear 4 to 6 feet, 6 to 8 feet, may not have their bearings about that.
Well, so I'm about 6 feet tall. Stack 3 of me on top of each other, and that is the scope of the potential storm surge that you may see in parts of the Gulf Coast. Our CBS station in Fort Myers, Wink, has been knocked off the air in part because of flooding. We understand that they're fairly close to the water. They're getting water inside their building. You're talking about 18 feet. That is more than 2 stories. Think about your average home, 2-story home, water going up potentially over that home. This is, catastrophic, deadly levels of storm surge, something that no one here has seen before, certainly not in their lifetime. It's a type of storm that if it hits the high end of the forecasts, the devastation in whatever areas get that kind of surge is going to be substantial.
Based on what we see behind you, Kris, should we assume throughout Tampa it's just impassable? It's a city you can't navigate right now through this storm?
You know, what we're hearing is you get further south, the worse it gets. There are some people driving around, and certainly the police are not shutting the roads down at this point. In fact, in a lot of the southwest Florida, first responders are off the roads right now because of the wind, because it's just too dangerous. So, you are seeing some people out and about. That's not what emergency responders want to see. The safest place is to be at home. There is debris flying through the air. And that can strike a vehicle, that can strike a person. It is not, the conditions are going to deteriorate, certainly, as it gets dark here. And also, as we start talking storm surge and all of this rain, flooding becomes more and more of an issue. And in the dark, you can't see standing water. We had an incident, cameraman Tony Furlow and I, as we were covering a different hurricane several years ago, where we hit standing water we couldn't see as we were driving at night. And a danger, particularly in places where power is out, and up and down the coast of Florida, this coast of Florida, the power is out. We're talking a million, perhaps more than a million folks without power right now.
Lastly, what differentiates this to you? You've covered other storms, you've covered other hurricanes. This one, every one of them is different. What feels or seems different to this one?
A couple things. You had a Category 4 roar ashore in an area, in a well-populated area. That's a worst-case scenario. It's going to stall as it comes on land, so it's going to dump 2 feet of rain potentially in some areas, and you've got this overwhelming storm surge. This is like a triple-threat storm that is checking every worst-case scenario to kind of box if the forecast holds. Irma had the potential to do exactly what we're seeing here, except it wobbled and went into the Everglades. I was in Fort Myers. We thought we were in the bullseye. And, you know, we got lucky there. That storm wobbled. This time, Fort Myers did not get lucky. And the potential devastation that I think that we'll start to see tomorrow as the sun comes up in some places is going to be breathtaking.
And stay safe as it gets dark there in Tampa. Kris Van Cleave, thank you very much.
Sure thing.